Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you view the channel again. I remain your loyal Miss D. Let's imagine you walk into a bakery and the smell of fresh bread fills the air. Also, by the display glass shelf, you see a delicious chocolate cake. Then you suddenly say, I want to buy. I want to buy. Buy what exactly? The sentence feels incomplete, right? That's because the verb buy needs an object to complete its meaning. Now, what if you say, I want to buy a cake? Now it makes sense. A cake is a direct object, the thing receiving the action. But what if you say, I want to buy my friend a cake? Now we have two objects, direct object and the indirect object. Today, we'll be talking about how to differentiate the direct object from your indirect object. The direct object is a cake from that sentence. That is, what am I buying? While the indirect object is my friend. Who am I buying it for? If you find this lesson helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Also, you can visit my website at www.poker.com.ng for amazing PDF and worksheet. We are going to take the explanation of direct and indirect objects step by step. What is a direct object? First, let's make it simple. A direct object answers the question what or whom after the verb. And what is an indirect object? An indirect object answers for whom or to whom after the verb. Let's break this down with a simple sentence. Lisa gave her brother a book. What did Lisa give? A book. That is the direct object. To whom did she give it to? Her brother. And that is the indirect object. It can be a bit confusing, but if you can understand how to identify your direct and indirect object, then you're good to go. Remember, the direct object receives the action directly, while the indirect object receives the action indirectly. And this can be through the direct object. How do I easily identify direct and indirect objects? Here is a trick. Find the verb first. This is the action in the sentence. Understanding grammar is about asking yourself questions. Be ready to talk to yourself. Ask yourself, what or whom? This will lead you to your direct object. Then also ask yourself to whom and for whom. This will lead you to your indirect object. For example, when you say the teacher gave the students homework. First of all, find the verb, gave. What did she give? Homework, what? The direct object, homework. To whom did she give it? The student, that's the indirect object. The recipient of the direct object. Example 2. Mom baked me a cake. The verb first, baked. What did mom bake? A cake. That is the direct object. For whom? Me. And that is the indirect object. The indirect object always comes before the direct object unless there is a preposition in that sentence. When does an indirect object appear? Someone is likely to ask the question. An indirect object appears when there is a person or thing receiving the direct object. Let's take a look at the sentences without an indirect object. The chef cooked dinner. The chef cooked dinner. We have only a direct object in that sentence, dinner. Let's look at the one with an indirect object. The chef cooked his family dinner. Now we have an indirect object there. How do we place an indirect object in a sentence? When there is no preposition, the indirect object comes before the direct object. For instance, I wrote Sarah a letter. When there is a preposition like to or for, the indirect object comes after the direct object. If you're still following this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. For example, I wrote a letter to Sarah. That is when there is a preposition, the indirect object comes after the direct object. I wrote a letter to Sarah. Did you notice the transition? If you can add to or for before the noun, it's an indirect object. Now, I have come to the big question most of you have been asking. What are the differences between direct and indirect objects? Let's start from the definition. The direct object receives the action directly, while the indirect object receives the action indirectly through the direct object. What are the questions they answer? The direct object answers the question what or whom, while the indirect object answers the question for whom and to whom. Another difference is the position in sentence. Direct object comes after the verb, while the indirect object comes before the direct object when it is without a preposition, or after it when it is with a preposition. For example, she gave a gift. This is a direct object, a gift. But if you say, she gave me a gift, the indirect object here is me. She gave me a gift. The actual thing she's giving is a gift. To whom? To me. So that's why me becomes an indirect object. Once you can just get a tip, that direct object answers what and whom, while indirect object answers to whom and for whom. You're good to go. Using direct and indirect objects with abstract and concrete noun. Before we go forward, boss, since you forgot to subscribe, just do it. Procrastination is not good. Thank you. Now, let's learn how to use direct and indirect objects using abstract and concrete nouns. Concrete noun is a type of noun that shows something physically, something you can touch. For example, the coach gave the team a trophy. The coach gave the team a trophy. The direct object in the sentence is trophy. Because the question is, what did the coach actually give? It's a trophy. The coach gave a trophy. While the indirect object is the team. Who is receiving it? To whom was it given? It was given to the team. Abstract noun. Remember, abstract noun tells about something you cannot touch. She showed me kindness. The direct object is kindness. The question is, what did she show? What is coming out from her? What is coming out directly from her? It is kindness. While the indirect receiver is me. To whom did she show it? Let me challenge you quickly. Can you create your own sentence using an abstract noun? I would really like you to drop it in the comment section below. Thank you. Quickly, let's see some common mistakes and how to fix them. He gave a gift to me. This is absolutely wrong. The best thing to say is, he gave me a gift. Let's look at another common sentence that people say wrongly. I told a story, my friend. I told my friend a story is the right way this sentence would have been said appropriately. So, the key rule is the indirect object must come before the direct object unless there is a clause, unless a preposition is used. It's quiz time! During our quiz today, we're going to be filling in the blanks with the direct and indirect objects. Are you ready? Good. Question 1. She sent Dash an email. Who received it? Is it going to be direct or indirect? Spot your answer. They made Dash a delicious meal. What was made? I gave Dash a beautiful gift. Who received it? The professor taught Dash an interesting lesson. What was taught? My friend showed Dash great support. Who received the support? Drop your answers in the comment section below. Let's see who gets them all right. Before you go, if you found this lesson really helpful, show me some love, like, comment, and subscribe to keep learning with me. Don't forget to check out my website for more exciting worksheets and PDF. Let's just say more exciting lessons. In my PDF, I've actually explained explicitly everything that is being said in this YouTube video. Don't forget to subscribe. And that's it for today. Oh, you want to know my website? Yeah, www.spoga.com.ng. That's it for today. Keep practicing and I'll see you in my next lesson. Bye.